As we welcome you into Lucha, Apocalypto, El Jefe, the boss, Cesar Duran, kicking things off in a sold-out Cicero Stadium in Chicago.
Thank you! Who was that? Thank you, Renegades! Welcome to Lucha Apocalypto! I don't hear a thing! You're quieter than my little baby that is gonna be born soon! I wanna hear you! Who was Lucha? Lucha! 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 Look at this! Look at this! A sold-out Cicero Stadium Arena, and all thanks to me, to El Jefe, Cesar Duran! The whole Duran family is here with us. Now, without further ado, let's go! Let's fight! Welcome to Lucha Apocalypto! Lucha! 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 Lucha!
Mistico, no doubt. Último, Guerrero, Rudo, fierce. Atlantis, Junior, bring the fears. Hechicero, casting magic, dark and wild. Striking fear like a devil child. In the arena, they stand his high. Ready for the clash, for the sky. Lucha Apocalypto, battle cry. Warriors clash, echoes in the sky. Rising like the phoenix high. Lucha Apocalypto, never die. Lucha Apocalypto, battle cry. Warriors clash, echoes in the sky. Rising like the phoenix high.
Stadium, the 11th straight sellout for Major League Wrestling in 2024. And we kick things off with Lucha Libre tag team action. What an anticipated night this is going to be. This crowd is anticipating an incredible night.
Lucha is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing team number one. First, from Monterrey, Mexico, weighing in at 207 pounds, Hechicero! And his tag team partner from Gomez, Placio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 210 pounds, Último, Guerrero!
There you see on the second turnbuckle, the legendary Último Guerrero. His tag team partner, Hechicero, making his debut here in Major League Wrestling, set for tag team competition as we kick off with an incredible amount of action. My name is Joe Dombrowski. I'm proud to be here, joined by our brand new fight analyst tonight, but who is that masked man anyway? You! Hey! Filthy Tom Lawler!
It's Filthy Tom Lawler in the house, baby! And tonight you are going to get the filthiest analysis in Lucha Libre history. It's Lucha Apocalypto, and it starts now!
As we take a look at the opposition.
And their opponents. First,
Ahora.
representing the Middleweight
Now.
Club. And wrestling out of Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 200 pounds, the Jet, Kevin Knight!
Well, when we last saw Kevin Knight, he was christened the newest member of the Middleweight Fight Club. Kevin Knight is new to the Major League, but not new to big fight feelings. He has automatically put himself in that conversation.
We've seen Kevin Knight in Japan. We've seen his in CMLL in Mexico. He is no stranger to big matches.
207 pounds, Esfinge!
Esfinge, the tag team partner of Kevin Knight. And Filthy Tom, I know you're convalescing from a few injuries right now. We know you had a rough go of it, that Vale Tudo match with Riddle, that confrontation with Donovan Dijak. I'm so happy to have you out here. I do wish you the best in your convalescence. But I know you're in for something that, and you've mastered every fighting style, but I want to see how you break down the Lucha Libre legends of CMLL here in Major League Wrestling. Our 11th straight sellout. No other wrestling company on the planet can say that right now.
Yeah, there is nowhere I would rather be tonight than sitting right here by you, Joe, as I get to watch the best Lucha Libre action in the world take place right here in MLW.
And you're going to hear the electricity from these fans. And I don't know that there's much of a history with Kevin Knight and Esfinge, but certainly there's a deep-rooted rivalry with Esfinge and Hechicero. Knight, we know, has been, oh, look out, we're starting things out very abruptly. And Knight and Esfinge having to recover before an official bell even rang. The thing about Lucha Libre, Tom, it's so unpredictable. You've got to always have your head in a swivel. These are crafty. These are very smart, learned athletes. Many of them have been in the sport for 20, 30, 40 years and are still in impeccable physical condition.
Yeah, one of the hallmarks of Lucha Libre is the constant movement, the constant action, whether it's high flying, whether it's technical wrestling. You have to keep your head on a swivel at all times. And right here in a tag team match, you've got to look both ways at all times, which is really impossible.
Well, certainly we kick things off. I want you to join the conversation on social media right now. Use the hashtag MLWLucha. Let us know what you love the most about Lucha Apocalypto here tonight on YouTube. We are live across the world as Knight looks to down and ground Hechicero in the early going. Hechicero translates to sorcerer. He calls himself the most technical Rudo, a 23-year pro out of Monterrey, Mexico. He is somebody that is not afraid to take a shortcut, but he's still very proud of the skill he brings to the table.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that the thing I'm enjoying most so far about tonight is this great ground action. Rarely do we get to see such skilled technicians like Hechicero, and the amateur skills of Kevin Knight were clearly on display there.
I'll tell you what I'm loving most. It is this crowd packed in here strong. I don't see any open space. Cicero Stadium, the line went around the block and then some from early this afternoon. The anticipation of seeing so many of their heroes here live in Chicago. And check this out. A half-face submission, surfboard, tapatia, Romero special, call it what you will, but Kevin Knight got one of those legs free and able to come down with the side headlock. You know, when Kevin Knight, you think about him, you talk about Boomay Fight Club, I do understand there is movement in the locker room area from the Rogue Horsemen. We know they're in attendance tonight, BRG to take on Alex Kane in a chain match. Later on in the broadcast, could they potentially make their presence known in this contest?
Well, I'm going to have to send some intel to the back, see what I can find out. Who are your sources back there?
Well, I got people everywhere. I don't know about you. I got Christian Cole on the case. He's feeding me information. Último Guerrero now. Going to be, feeding a healthy dose of knife-edge chops. A 6-time tag champion, a 5-time trios champion. As this sold-out crowd tonight, an MLW United States attendance record here this evening for Major League Wrestling and Lucha Apocalypto.
Thousands in attendance here at Cicero Stadium to see some of their heroes, some of the all-time greatest luchadors that we've ever seen grace the ring here tonight. And we've got one of them in there right now, taking on one of the best young wrestlers in the world, as Último Guerrero grounds Kevin Knight.
Último Guerrero, the final warrior, someone who for nearly 3.5 decades has dazzled as a legend of Lucha. Certainly.
Well, listen to the crowd.
Very proud of those roots, very proud of who and what he is in the realm of Lucha and how Lucha has grown from, the style of Mexico to a worldwide phenomenon. Kevin Knight trying to fight through, but you can see that renewed aggression. From what I understand, Último Guerrero was raising some hell to Court Bauer, the rest of MLW management, Cesar Duran, everybody that would listen to him. Ultimo Guerrero was complaining about the fact that his world title match with Satoshi Kojima was canceled. Of course, we were supposed to have a live event in Tampa, St. Petersburg last month that was canceled due to the unfortunate effects of Hurricane Helene. And Ultimo Guerrero, though, no sympathy there, doesn't think about that at all. He's thinking, well, where's my title shot? And Tom, do you think he has a gripe?
I mean, perhaps rightfully so. The man is a legend. I mean, he's Ultimo Guerrero. It's not second best Guerrero. He's the best one.
There's a double drop kick. So I remind you that Ultimo actually means last or final, not ultimate. But, you know, same idea. Ultimo Guerrero would say he's the best. You're right there. Sure as hell wouldn't say Kojima's better, and maybe he'll have his day. We saw Ultimo call out Kojima right when Kojima was blinded by that fireball at the hands of Mads Cruel Kruger.
You know, Joe, not to change the subject, but I just noticed something here. We've seen great teamwork out of Hechicero and Ultimo Guerrero, and almost none out of Esfinge and Kevin Knight.
Do you think it's a language barrier?
Could be a language barrier. Could be taken out of his element by the different crowd here, different environment.
Ultimo and Hechicero working very well together. Has Esfinge been a legal man in this matchup yet?
Not to my knowledge. Although I believe he did come here on a valid visa, so.
That's not what I was suggesting, anything to the contrary, no. But Ultimo Guerrero, the dropkick to Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is the Jet. Kevin Knight is a man who loves to live and thrive in the air. And I think a lot of people, Tom, misunderstand Lucha Libre and, it's all about flips and flops and flying. And that's not true. There's so many different elements to it. The Llave ground style. There's an element of violence to it as well. And right now, Ultimo and Hechicero are showing that ground game can shut Kevin Knight down.
Yeah, and one of the things you mentioned earlier, one of the hallmarks, I guess you could also say, of Lucha Libre is the long careers that these guys have. And we can see the experience in action here. They've kept Kevin Knight isolated. They've used double team tactics. They've distracted the referee.
Yeah,
and they have clear control of this match.
Looking for a submission, looking to trap the shoulders, has Kevin Knight all tangled up. Hechicero has said, quote, wrestling is a sport full of art, passion, and spectacle. And Hechicero really personifies all three of those things, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. I mean, if I had to pick an artist that he's most like to me, it's maybe somebody like Salvador Dali. Okay. You know, it's a little bit abstract. Sometimes you're not quite sure what you're looking at, but it's beautiful in the long run. And look at this beautiful submission. As a man who loves to see another person get stretched, to see them writhe in pain, this is just tremendous for me.
Certainly close to your heart, but we've seen Kevin Knight show out in a big way. I mean, the endorsement from Alex Kane and Thomas to grant him access into the Boomaye Fight Club. I mean, you can count on two hands and have a lot of fingers left over as far as full-fledged members of that group over the past few years. But Knight impressed. Really, his reputation preceded him when you think back to his time in New Japan. But Ultimo Guerrero, a super guard buster. Jet to Fly is down and has been taken out of this matchup in so many senses of the word.
And Kevin Knight, although young in his career, he's a man who's tasted gold across the world in multiple promotions, but just at the mercy of the veterans from CMLL.
Hechicero takes down Esfinge, his chief rival, and Ultimo Guerrero just taunting, just mocking Kevin Knight, who, by the way, we last saw on Pit Fighters have the hell of a fight with Bobby Fish in that Boomaye Road Horseman rivalry. Back in Atlanta. But right now, Kevin Knight, fighting for his life, gets through Guerrero and finds Esfinge. Translates to Sphinx, and he rises from the ashes, a third-generation athlete. Kane Rodora takes Guerrero down. A second one to Hechicero. Monkey flip.
To perfection.
The Guadalajara native is showing out big. A second time.
No magic to get Hechicero out of that one.
A former Mexican National Tag Champion, CMLL Arena Coliseo Tag Champion. And this rivalry we've seen play out in 70 different matches, most of them tags, so they're right at home. Esfinge, currently the advantage over Hechicero. Measures him. Look out. Ultimo Guerrero back to his feet.
Put the brakes on, thought better of it. Should have put the brakes on there.
To the outside, Esfinge, his grandfather, Halcon Furial, his uncle, the second incarnation of that, his father known as Magnum, his family certainly carved a path to Lucha Libre excellence. And Esfinge looking to carry that on here with the world watching at Major League Wrestling. But one too many high-impact maneuvers. Hechicero, a step ahead, roll through, and there's some of that sweet science.
Great counter wrestling by Hechicero. Got out of the way of one move.
That's called the Conjuring. That's Hechicero's pet maneuver. That'll be it. Neutralizes Knight. Oh, but watch how quickly Esfinge gets back to his feet. Casadora rolls him up, but look at this. Into a submission, has the neck crimped. Round and round he goes. Hechicero. Esfinge has no idea where he is or what's going on, and that'll do it.
Here are your winners, the team of Último Guerrero and Hechicero.
What a way to kick things off tonight here at Lucha Apocalypto. Nothing but Lucha excellence tonight, and that starts with names like Hechicero and Último Guerrero.
If you're looking for some great llave action, I believe is what it's called, that was for you. Hechicero, one of the top grapplers on the planet, and he stuck Esfinge down.
Well, we're only getting started here tonight. So much more still to come. But these two heroes stand tall. It wasn't easy, but they got it done. Último Guerrero, Hechicero victorious.
I mean, I would love to, but where is he? And we gotta go. Welcome to Lucha Apocalypto. Tonight, you will witness what it's like when my family comes together. And what I got for you tonight is a bad dude, Tito Escondido, crushing the skull of Matthew Justice.
Oh, Tito is a beautiful man.
Yeah. If you like him so much, why don't you date him?
Salina, por favor.
And coming up next.
I'm really sorry. I was looking for Cesar, but you need to see this.
What's this? Somebody took my dad?
I'm looking for.
And you don't know?
I don't know.
Great. That's fantastic. Thank you, Jesus. Go get my father. All of you, go get my dad!
Let's go.
And whoever did this, I promise you, you will pay.
BRG, you have to be the toughest man in professional wrestling. It seems that anybody that picks a fight with you, they just all get hurt.
And those GQ good looks of BRG are about to be rearranged.
It is so impressive no matter how many Alex Kane matches I watch. Just how powerful he is, just how he can suplex you from any angle. Whoa.
And once again, it is 4-on-2.
Rogue Horseman, you come to my house, you come to my home, Atlanta, Georgia, and you try to put me down.
As these Rogue Horsemen continue to do what they want, when they want, to who they want.
BRG, I'm going to beat you black and blue, and that is on. Boomayay! Boomayay! Boomayay!
The following fight is set for one fall with a 30-minute time limit, and it is a chain match.
Buenos dias, estúpidos!
looking at the man who is about to crush Alex Kane, and that's on Boomaye! Boomaye! Boomaye!
BRG, your typical spoiled brat, no respect for anybody. A lot of doors have opened for him throughout his life, easier than others because of who he is or how he looks or how smooth he talks, but there may be no escape from this, a steel chain matchup with a man who has been the target of his wrath. Oh, that smile, that Cheshire Cat grin. BRG won't be smiling for long.
I mean, I'm sure Alex Kane wants to get his hands on him, but I could not think of something I would rather do less than be chained to BRG against my will.
Wow. Imagine how painful it is doing commentary with him when he sits out here. But in any event,
I thought my Spanish was bad, but his is on another level.
no. And the fight train is en masse. The Boomaye movement, its heartbeat is strong. Its impact is global. And in adverse times, you rally behind your leader.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Mr. Thomas. He is the captain of the Boomaye Fight Club from Atlanta, Georgia. Weighing in at 240 pounds, the Suplex Assassin, Alex Kane!
Alex Kane has rallied the troops after a difficult 2024, but it speaks to the status of the Boomaye Fight Club that they become such a target of the Rogue Horsemen in marking their territory.
They are a target, but they've got one weapon out here to use against what seems to be a united force in the Boomaye Fight Club. Where's the rest of these Rogue Horsemen, huh? I thought you said that we're here.
Well, that's the rumor that we know at least one of them is here. But the fact that we don't know where they are may be a little more concerning than if they were here. But speaking of not knowing where somebody is, where the hell's Cesar Duran? MIA, abducted? What's the deal? Do you know anything about this?
Why would I know anything about where Cesar Duran is?
Well, I'm just saying, you got sources.
What about you?
Well, I haven't heard anything. That's news to me. I mean...
No, do you have something to do with it?
You're
accusing me?
I didn't accuse... Why are you so guilty? Listen.
Don't worry.
Bottom line is, we know Contra Unit causes a lot of damage around here. A lot of havoc. We know Cesar's made a lot of enemies. And, well, he's running this event tonight, so let's just hope that he's in earshot and okay, because we don't need a ship without a rudder out here, especially with people like Contra, people like the Rogue Horsemen, who will use it to their advantage. But look at the eyes of Alex Kane. He is focused. And Alex Kane has not had a fair shake at BRG yet. And whether it's Bobby Fish, whether it's the Andersons, I mean, we saw John Layfield come out of nowhere. You don't know what's going to happen at an MLW live event. But the bottom line is that Alex Kane has not had an opportunity to get BRG in a position where BRG can't escape. That chain solves that problem.
Yeah, you mentioned Alex not getting a fair shake. If he gets his hands on BRG, he may hold him upside down and shake him by his feet.
And Kane immediately. I mean, when you think about a mean streak, when you think about surviving against adversity, certainly Alex Kane has lived that life more authentically and than BRG ever will hope to.
That's a low bar to clear.
Well, oh, look out. A whipping Gosselin with that heavy steel chain, of course. Both men are joined at the wrist by that chain. No disqualifications in this matchup.
Alex Kane, one of the most powerful individuals in professional wrestling. And when you add in the length and torque of that chain, he can really pop some power in through his hips. I think BRG is going to be in for a long night, as you can see.
And something tells me that number one on Kane's to-do list is not win this match. I think Alex Kane is going to make an example out of BRG in the most physical way he can.
Yeah, I mentioned long night. I think specifically Alex Kane's looking to put a beating on BRG. I don't think he's looking to end it early. I think he's looking to prolong it. When you have a chance to get your hands on somebody like he's been waiting to do, you take that chance.
And BRG's cutesy, flashy mannerisms are not going to help him here. This is a knockdown, drag-out fight. BRG better be in survival mode. Oh, he tried to get away, did Gosselin, and it's a tug-of-war.
Yeah, I think this is a losing proposition for BRG, if I had to guess.
Gosselin's losing ground. There's no more slack in that chain, and Kane may be pulling Gosselin right into the solid steel. And Kane, as Gosselin tries to recover, Kane has a smile on his face, might as well be a mile long.
Yeah, and I don't know if the cameras get a good look at these ring posts, but there is steel coming out of the sides of them. I think BRG may have ran forehead first into that exposed steel.
Well, it's not a round post, right? There's edges on it that can catch you, and there's also those steel hooks sticking out of the outward side. To your point, so Gosselin was sent body first, the entire body. I think face first, but the entire body hit. So there was nowhere that felt good up and down BRG's body.
No, we talk a lot about getting hit in the head, leading to damage, but you can get concussions from body blows.
And check out this visual. This may be the first time in his life BRG is face-to-face. If he's not aware yet, he will be in a moment, with his own blood.
You think it's a sight he's ever seen before in his life, Joe? You think he's ever seen that blood? Did he ever work hard enough? Did he ever get into enough fights without having somebody paid off?
He's embarrassing himself. He's begging. Oh, well, with how vain Gosselin is and how much he values his $1 million smile and his GQ looks and how pretty and privileged he is, this takes Gosselin down a peg. And I'm not saying he's not tough. I'm not saying he doesn't belong here. But I'm saying is there are major dues to be paid. And Kane going to make sure. Saito suplex, one of maybe all 100 we'll see tonight.
When you talk as much trash as BRG does, you've got to be ready for your comeuppance. Oh, and I don't know that this is what he was prepared for.
A belly-to-belly by Kane. And Gosselin is not moving, but Gosselin is losing an incredible amount of blood.
I've got to wonder, where are the Rogue Horsemen? Are they in the back watching this match?
I don't know. I mean, perhaps someone's banned them from ringside. Maybe that was a Cesar call before he became MIA. I'm not sure.
Did they take an opportunity to go after Kevin Knight again?
That's possible as well. Maybe they're with wherever Cesar is. Who knows? Oh, wait a minute. Kane is wiping the blood, and it's not out of charity. Alex Kane wants a trophy of the damage he's done. Oh, he's going to make Gosselin literally taste his own blood. And the rear naked choke, Gosselin may be put out with fade to black. Gosselin is struggling. And there may be no, hey, wait a minute. The Rogue Horsemen, and they're assaulting Mr. Thomas.
Waiting in the wings as they have been since their inception.
Yeah, perhaps they've been nearby this entire time.
Never a fair fight, never.
No, and there are no disqualifications here. C.W. Anderson, Brock Anderson, Bobby Fish have Kane surrounded. Thomas is taken out. Wait, there's a cover. Oh, come on.
Here is your winner, the victorious
Highway
BRG, Brett Ryan Gosselin.
Well, how in the hell can you be proud of that? Gosselin escaped by the skin of his teeth, and what little skin he had left hanging off his forehead, BRG beats Alex Kane in a steel chain match. I can't believe I just said that.
He got the victory, but a picture is worth 1,000 words. Take a look at the beating that BRG got. I have a feeling he's going to get his comeuppance eventually. Look at Alex Kane.
Realizes what the hell happened, but he won.
to the Death Fighter with a death wish. November 23rd at Slaughterhouse. You'll face the Black Hand of Contra in a weapons of mass destruction match. And I will take you apart, piece by piece. Are you prepared to be a martyr for MLW? You are entering a war zone, a weaponized world of pain, and it will be your destruction. You will be scarred. You will be broken. Hail, Contra!
Well, Akira has given so much physically for Major League Wrestling, but could he pay the ultimate price? We know Saturday night, November 23rd, it'll be MLW Slaughterhouse. It will be free across the world. Akira versus Mads Cruel Kruger. In Kruger's specialty, a weapons of mass destruction match.
We've seen Mads Cruel Kruger put people away in matches just like this. And Akira, I've got a question. Does Akira have a death wish putting himself in this situation? Weapons of mass destruction? Out of control.
And meanwhile, we're chasing the story that Cesar Duran can't be found. Where's El Jefe here tonight? Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
Listen, Joe.
You know some shady people.
Cesar Duran has pissed off a lot of people during his time here in MLW. I'm just one of a few of them, but I promise you, I had nothing to do with it.
Well, we will continue to chase if we get updates on this throughout the night. Featherweight title match on tap.
The Lucha is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the MLW Women's World Featherweight Championship. Introducing our first challenger from Mexico City, Mexico, Lluvia!
Well, we know the featherweight division has had a stranglehold about it for over a year. But we're taking a look at the debut of Lluvia. Translates to reign, second generation Sangre Chicano. Her father actually married to Último Guerrero, Último Virus, and Shocker, three of her trainers. A 16-year pro and more than capable of ending this stranglehold on the featherweight title.
Her opponent, also challenging for the title from El Paso, Texas, Persephone!
Well, Persephone calls herself Diosa de la Muerte, La Belleza Hecha Rodeza. Her name comes from the Greek goddess and queen of the underworld in mythology. And certainly another person who studied under the likes of Último Guerrero, Volador Jr., Lea Scorpion, the Villano brothers. You look deeper and deeper and see the rich history, the tradition that runs deep in all the luchadors and luchadoras. And here's someone
their opponent,
who couldn't care less.
Representing Country Unit, she is the current reigning and defending MLW Women's World Featherweight Champion, the Kick Demon, Janai Kai.
Listen, it has been 13 months since Janai Kai burst on the scene in Major League Wrestling. She won the featherweight title her first night, and to this day, nobody has defeated her, but with not only two opponents, but two qualified world travel opponents, is tonight Janai's toughest test.
Tonight is the night where her title is perhaps in more jeopardy than it has been. As you mentioned, the odds are stacked against her. Two very, very qualified luchadores in there.
Both of Janai Kai's challengers have won the CMLL Universal Women's title, Lluvia in 2022, Persephone in 2024. There you see the featherweight prize, only 3 champions in the storied history of that title belt.
And we'll see if this turns into a situation where these two females, Lluvia and Persephone's experience with each other turns into a detriment, or perhaps it aids one of them in walking away as the new champion.
One fall to a finish here in this matchup. 3 very worthy individuals, but Janai Kai, keep in mind the wave of momentum she's riding on. We'll talk about that more in a minute now, as Persephone trying to control Lluvia and showing off a little bit. Perhaps the strategy here is let's take Janai out and settle amongst ourselves, crown a new champion.
Yeah, Lluvia having none of that showing off by Persephone. Cut her off, although Persephone got right back to it, making sure to show everybody that she's the one with the style in this matchup.
Tip up and over by Persephone, nicely done. Into a deep arm drag, very nice. And you're seeing, again, some of the worldliness of these challengers, and not just a lucha-style takedown, but certainly that arm drag has been more synonymous with the Americanization of that maneuver, and they can pull it off as well as anybody.
That arm drag dates back hundreds of years. We're talking about the days of the pioneer wrestling. Abraham Lincoln was using an arm drag back in the day.
Back to the origins of the Opera Cup, right?
Yeah.
Something you know a thing or two about. There's a stack up of the weight for 2. 16-year pro is Lluvia. And got caught! And the power takeover of Persephone. Nicely done. And you can see that primal scream. These are 2 athletes we have not seen before in the Major League, but a win tonight, and we'll be seeing a lot more of them, maybe for a long time to come.
Yeah, Persephone put Lluvia down with that capture-style spinebuster, laid in a series of elbows to the face, and now she's ripping at the mask. Something sacred, of course, in the world of Lucha Libre.
And you got to believe Delmi Exo is watching this. Keep in mind it was Delmi and Janai. Taekwondo rules match, which Janai happens to be a black belt in. And Delmi Exo's dislocated elbow, that injured arm and shoulder, played a factor again. That was the only way Janai and Contra would acquiesce and agree to a return match for that title, is under rules that favor Janai heavily. But right now, there's a Tijeras by Lluvia, sends Persephone to the floor.
Janai, a black belt, not only in Taekwondo, but deception. Yeah. As we see her trip up Lluvia there.
And I want to point out, it's been a while since we've seen Janai in the ring. I don't think it's because she was hurt. I think she was picking her spot.
Yeah, it's the hallmark, as we've seen of Contra. Wait for your time to strike. And Janai just that. And now she's in control.
We know Janai never gets paid by the hour, as the old cliche goes. We've seen her end matches in under 20 seconds and show no remorse or second thought.
Joe, do you think she gets paid with money at all? Does Contra have some other, form of payment plan they have going on? Bodies?
That would be a question for Kruger that I'm not going to get close enough to ask, as a shot to the back of the head. I think Kruger's got all of Contra Unit all in on the cause and all in on the ultimate goal of power. And that comes with championships. That comes with victories. That comes with potentially what Kruger could do to Akira November 23rd at Slaughterhouse and Weapons of Mass Destruction. But right now, Persephone and Lluvia realizing who the odds-on favorite is, they may have no choice but to team up. Full extension of the leg, and Janai Kai, I don't know if any one woman can beat Janai Kai, but maybe we found 2.
But only one of them can win is the issue. Sure. What happens if they get rid of Janai? Then they have to face each other. That gives Janai another opportunity to get back in the match.
Well, I think that's what we saw them want to do at the outset of the matchup, but you can't underestimate Janai because she has such a high pain threshold and such a focus, such a, check this out, great double team offense, and again, 2 individuals that maybe aren't always the best of friends, but similar roots, similar training, and you're seeing those similarities come out at the expense of Janai Kai.
Great submission, a dual submission locked on here. A camel clutch and what looks to be a Ron Miller special applied by Lluvia and Persephone. But what happens? What happens if Janai submits here? Who gets the win?
That's a great question.
Persephone had the hold on first.
Lluvia had a handful of hair there, which theoretically would necessitate a break, but three-way matchups and Lucha Libre as a whole, a lot of times those rules get, stretched beyond recognition.
My Spanish is relatively bad, but what's the translation of Lucha Libre?
Lucha Libre means free fight.
Ah, yes, free fight.
Yes, it basically encompasses all the different styles, all the different combats, into something very unique and all its own.
And we've seen all of that in this match so far.
This will be the Demon Clutch. And before Janai could lock those hands behind her back, Lluvia was there to play spoiler. They know well enough to know Janai's signature maneuvers and how quickly she can end things.
And Lucha Libre does such a great job of modifying traditional holds that we've seen. And that's no different from what we saw from Janai there, modifying the Dragon Sleeper with a behind-the-back grip.
Yeah.
With this 2-on-1 attack.
And hooks the leg, but not a lot of pressure on the shoulders. And there you see, to your point, Tom, the breakdown as Lluvia and Persephone both want that individual glory. Oh, nice backcracker. Bows up the anatomy of Persephone. And what a spear. That could be enough, but Persephone not able to get into a cover attempt.
Was that enough for Janai?
Oh, Janai seizing the moment. So calculated. So tactical. And Janai can take you apart with surgical precision anytime she chooses. Oh, wait a minute. Just cut off Lluvia in her tracks. Drops down across the neck. Janai Kai into the cover, and Persephone interrupts. And Janai Kai with two rivals, not able to showcase the dominance maybe as much as she's used to. Persephone, met that kick, that full extension. Janai Kai knows so many ways to hurt you with her legs. Folds her up with that German suplex. And there you see an interruption by Lluvia. Odd cover there as Janai kind of flopped to the side, and that bridge had minimal effect, but Janai wasn't moving for a moment.
Yeah, Persephone was focused on hooking the leg on that German suplex to give her a little bit of added oomph on the throw, but it ended up leaving Janai a way to get out of the pinhole.
Persephone off her feet, nowhere to go to protect herself, a victim of being tied in the ropes, but Janai Kai, once again, I mean, think about how difficult it is in this day and age, in Major League Wrestling, to be a champion for over a calendar year. Janai Kai has done it thus far, and maybe no end in sight. We'll see.
Yeah, relatively unheard of. I mean, I myself, I've had a taste of gold on a few occasions, and none of them have come close to this 13-month reign of Janai Kai.
Well, Lluvia was aiming for caught Persephone, and there is Janai Kai cinching in the Demon Clutch. Yeah, she's locked the hands behind the back. There's nowhere to go. That pressure is right along the neck, and Janai Kai claims two more victims.
Here is your winner by submission and still MLW Women's World Featherweight Champion, the Kick Demon, Janai Kai.
The Contra Stranglehold continues around the MLW World Featherweight Championship as Janai shows her dominance once again.
And take a look here at the Bet Online replay as Janai Kai locks up the beautiful, beautiful Dragon Sleeper, modified Dragon Sleeper, the Demon Clutch, and gets the win over Persephone.
You could see the torque, the bend on the body of Persephone. There's nowhere to go. And Contra's power continues to grow as the realization becomes more and more apparent. Janai may be unbeatable. What's Janai see? Janai Kai has made eyes with, that's Delmi Exo. Delmi Exo, the God Queen, is here. And Delmi Exo is marking some turf, marking some territory, and making a statement here. And we may have another title fight moments away.
Kai, look at you up there celebrating. But the truth is, you know for a fact you've pushed one too many of my buttons. And stealing El Jefe was the biggest mistake Contra Unit could have made.
Was it Contra?
Listen, Janai, you underestimate the power of Azteca Lucha. I think Cicero Stadium wants to see me kick your teeth in right here, right now. What say you?
Are we going to have it? Bonus featherweight title
Bring
match.
it on, Janai.
No. Tell me. I think we both know how this is going to go. If you want to fight, come on in.
Oh, I want to fight.
You can fight right here, right now.
Bring it on, you coward.
Delmy, Exo, and Janai Kai are going to fight right now. Wait a minute. From behind.
Is that one of the Contra members?
That looks like one of those Sentai Death Squad members. And Delmy Exo just laid him out. Janai Kai had backup waiting. And Delmy Exo wants a piece of Janai Kai. But as Delmy thwarted that plot, Janai Kai is running from a fight. Look out! This Delmy-Janai situation is not over. And that may be the first time I've ever seen Janai Kai run from a fight.
And now the referees get out here to stop Delmy.
Well, we know that, this collision is inevitable. Delmy Exo is not going to quit until she gets a hold of Janai Kai. That featherweight title very much hanging in the balance. But I want to talk about something else Delmy said there. She accused Contra Unit of being part of the disappearance of Cesar Duran, Delmy's advisor. Now, we know Contra's part of a lot of bad things, but they're not the only suspect, right? Eric Bischoff's coming. We know he's got a sketchy past. What do you make of this?
I am as blown away by anybody by what we've seen. Cesar Duran is missing. Delmy Exo comes out here. She accuses Contra Unit of being the ones to take him away. I don't know what to think. We've got a show to run.
Well, yeah, but we do understand that Cesar Duran's daughter, Salina de la Renta, may have some kind of an update. Let's go to the Empresaria and see if we know any new news on Cesar Duran's whereabouts.
I am sick of these little games. You think I don't know who you are? Well, I know exactly who it is. This is Contra Unit. We've been down this rabbit hole before, and guess what? It didn't end well for you. So if I don't get my father back unharmed, I promise you, there will be severe consequences.
Salina better relax. She's in delicate situations, but a lot of stress surrounding this event tonight, clearly. And it's only going to get worse with Jesus Rodriguez out here. You never know what he's going to do. And we know why he is here, the personal ring announcer.
You already know. Just get out.
Of Promociones Dorado.
Sácate, naco.
Why are you bullying Rich? He's a nice guy.
Finally, we got a professional.
Damas y caballeros, levántense porque aquí en este momento les presentamos una lucha estelar. Haciendo su presentación, yo soy Ricardo Rodríguez y aquí en este momento les presento al campeón de peso abierto de MLW. Él es el máximo, el más grande, el más chulo. Él es Tito.
Well, the national openweight champion, bad dude Tito Escondido, has had a stranglehold over that championship and has brought so much money and prestige to Promociones Dorado as that family has been rapidly expanding. We saw Tito Escondido and Matthew Justice have a very physical confrontation back in Fightland after a frustrated Tito was defeated by Mistico, which led to the Barrio Brawl at Pit Fighters. Matthew Justice, coast to coast, defeating Jesus Rodriguez, but Tito got the last word and wrote it in the blood of Justice, and that sunrise right through that open chair left Justice laying, which is no easy feat. That tequila screwdriver that laid Matthew Justice
oponente, el asqueroso, el sucio, el mal creado, el mal agradecido. Él es Matthew Justice!
Matthew Justice, thankfully, there was no long-term serious damage from that tequila screwdriver. Justice is like walking Teflon. He has taken so much damage. He is a one-man militia, and he will always go against the grain and fight the corporate hierarchy that tries to control how things should be.
Yeah, Matt Justice, one of the leaders of the underground movement in professional wrestling over the last few years. Looking to win his first major title. Of course, he's tasted gold throughout his career in smaller promotions. And but this would be his first big shot at a big title on the big stage against a big bad dude.
Yeah, he's not someone that's going to back down from a fight. Justice, former MLW World Tag Team Champion, of course, but still chasing that elusive first singles title. It could come here tonight. And most important thing is this is a Matthew Justice style match because it is false count anywhere.
False count anywhere, and that may be the first time that Tito has been on the other end where he is not the favorite in the matchup. Matt Justice has the rules in his advantage. We've seen Tito have a stranglehold on this title for 6 months now.
Well, we saw Tito win that championship over another wild soul, Ricky Shane Page, and has not looked back since. Matthew Justice, though, wasted no time putting this into his own wheelhouse. It is absolutely just a war zone out there. It is like it could turn into a riot at any time because you've got just throngs and throngs of passionate fans, and I don't think any of them are Tito fans.
No, yeah, a riot is almost what you want if you're Matt Justice. Every match Matt Justice is in danger of becoming a riot. And this one, no different. And he's got an entire Cicero Stadium. He's got thousands of people to work it.
And Justice using what I believe was a replica title belt from one of these fans.
Well, that guy better be ready to defend it.
Well, might be ready to sell it. It's match use now. But Tito goes up and over at a hard thud. We know Tito is wait a minute. Jesus caused a diversion and threw Justice off his game. Oh, and a Death Valley driver. Oh, man. And those mats, whatever you want to call them, can't protect your neck from compressing. That could do it. No.
I got a question for you, Joe. You ever seen Rich Palladino do something like that?
No, thank God. Oh, stop it. You still are filthy. Oh, man. Thought you'd have a little more empathy after what St. Laurent and Dijak perpetrated on you, but we'll tell that story another day.
I've got a little empathy for Matt Justice here after getting thrown in that guardrail.
Yeah, this entire side of the guard was just twisted and mangled, and Justice may resemble the same. Tito just hurling chairs.
It's a throwback to the MLW days of Sabu here.
Yeah. And I think this is extra gamesmanship. This is a statement by Tito, because keep in mind who managed Sabu. Justice's manager, Bill Alfonso.
Hey, I like it. Some good action. What do you want me to say, Tito?
Yeah, well, Tito wants validation, and Tito's a hell of an athlete. Whether it's TMDK in Japan, Promociones Dorado here in North America. Tito's a badass, no doubt about that.
He's been doing some work down in CMLL as well.
Well, many MLW stars have. What a great relationship that both sides have benefited exponentially from. But Justice doesn't care about what Tito's done, doesn't care about where Tito's going to go. Justice lives in the here and the now, the thrill of the moment, the love of the fight. And Jesus Rodriguez is distracting Justice, who's got his eye off the ball. And that's by design. Oh. And as soon as Justice realizes where he is and what happened, Tito's waiting. Oh, and you can hear that physicality. They're right in front of us. I don't like it a bit. Oh, suplex. No, Justice fights out. Oh, this could be match ending for somebody.
Oh! Brain buster on the chairs.
Oh, my God. Justice's body just twisted amongst the steel. That's got to be it. And Justice kicks out. God. Justice fighting his way to his feet, struggling. That faraway look in his eye gives me pause, gives me concern. But Justice's instincts will not let him stop, will not let him lay there. Oh. And Tito, oh no, he's looking at the power bomb just on those chairs. Justice!
Oh!
Driver! Jeez! Tito's body bounced! It looked like Tito got shot out of a car. And that's got to be it. Oh, kick out. And that we were half a second away from a new national openweight champion. And you got to wonder, will one or both of these men be healthy enough to make it to New York City, to Dallas, Texas, coming up? And get your tickets soon, because they're on pace to sell out too.
Are they going to be in good enough shape to make it till tomorrow, Joe?
That's a great question, yeah.
Never mind the next match. Think about the next day, the next hour.
Well, again, Justice doesn't think far ahead. He reacts. He's impulsive. And he knows what this moment needs, and it needs a kill shot.
The adrenaline's going right now, but I mean, you've got to remember, Matt Justice took a brain buster on top of these chairs mere moments ago.
Yeah, normally I would say Matt Justice is feel no pain. I don't think that's possible. I think Matt Justice just become one with it. And Tito on that table, 265 pounds or so. And Justice, we know he is not afraid to take a chance, even to the detriment of his own well-being.
Honestly, it seems as if that's what he enjoys the most. But
oh, Jesus Rodriguez. Well, Justice wants that adrenaline rush.
No.
But he didn't want a low blow. Oh, my God.
No, not this.
Tito has Justice at his mercy.
Oh!
My God. A variation of that tequila screwdriver. Tito landed hard on his hip. Justice landed on his head and neck. Both of these men are hurt. Tito the cover. How in the hell did Matthew Justice kick out?
Tito barely made it over to make that cover.
These fans watching on in stunned silence, they cannot believe that there's fight in Matthew Justice. They can't believe the chances Tito Escondido has taken, who's got scratches and is bleeding in various points of his body.
Every second of this match so far has been high impact after high impact, and it's not going to let up.
Justice was able to create some distance, and it's almost like Justice just lured Tito back to that guardrail to take this thing back into the masses.
I mean, how many times has it been said before in pro wrestling? A man getting his second win, and we're looking at it right now with Matthew Justice. Getting his second win in this Matt Justice Rules style match. Anything goes, and this is what he lives for.
Yeah, Matthew Justice thrives like this. He never feels more alive than when that very life is put at risk. And Justice has found, Justice has sonar to tables. He will find one in the darkest depths of this building. Wait, Jesus! Watch Jesus! And Justice saw it coming. Oh! To the small of the back.
Jesus didn't get enough at Pit Fighters.
Jesus knows who's paying the bills and knows that Salina's already pissed off and frantic. They don't want to take more bad news back to her. Her father's missing. If she loses her top championship, forget about it. And it could happen.
Jesus might lose more than that.
Matthew Justice can feel this.
Brain cells, years off his life. It's dangerous with Matt Justice around.
Comes with the job, comes with the description. You don't do Salina's dirty work without getting yourself into some very, very risky business. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that a garbage bag?
I think
Jesus is choking Justice, but Justice just ducked and ran Jesus head first into that barricade under that banner. Oh, where is Justice going? Where the hell is Matthew Justice going? Justice has tasted this rush before. He's seen this view, but now Matthew Justice controls his destiny. Through the table.
Buy the ticket. Take the ride. We got a new champion.
Here is your winner and new MLW National Openweight Champion, the one-man militia, Matthew Justice!
Matthew Justice has worked his ass off for a moment like this, and the one-man militia is the one man atop the Openweight division. Matthew Justice fights the corporate oligarchy. Matthew Justice fights the power and strength that held him down. And Matthew Justice stands tall, victorious, triumphant, and a champion. These people are ecstatic, and Justice can feel those red blood cells flowing. The thrash era has begun in the Openweight division. Matthew Justice succeeds in the biggest way of his career thus far.
Hits hard. Hits faster. Hits first. Hits new. Hits different.
This is Major League Wrestling, where styles make fights and nothing is off limits.
Hits real.
Center of the ring. What do these men have left?
Welcome to a new age of combat. MLW Wrestling. This era hits real.
We got football.
Somebody got to go make that tackle.
It's the Jets being the Jets. We got A-list guests.
He's going to get a spray tan later. I'm not.
We're trying to win this thing, dude.
We got everybody.
Towards the end of the third quarter, I booked the flight back to Cincinnati. Same day.
He was like, I got to get butt naked with my teammates. And we were like, huh?
You're crazy, but I do love you. And I appreciate all the crazy that you are.
We got it. Politely wrong. Shout out to my team on Bet Online, the #1 source for all betting.
Cicero Stadium, Chicago, Illinois. Are you enjoying Lucha Apocalypto? Please welcome at this time a very special guest. He is the current reigning MLW World Heavyweight Champion, Satoshi Kojima.
What is happening now? Suzuki's out here attacking Kojima.
Well, what the hell is this? What? I wanted to talk to Kojima about his future title defenses, including the pending one against this man, but Matt Riddle showing that there is still a united front fighting against Contra that picked now to strike because they saw Kojima alone. But Riddle has had enough. My God. I need a second to breathe. My life flashed before me seeing Contra coming at me like that.
Bro.
Thank God for Riddle.
Bro. We're getting really sick and tired of this. It's all good, Kojima-san. How about this, bro? There's two of you, two of us, and you got those MLW Tag Team Championships. So why don't you put them on the line right here and right now?
Whoa.
Right now? As part of Lucha Apocalypto? Hell yeah, we got a bonus match, it looks like.
Ahora?
Will Contra accept? Think about the history between Suzuki and Kojima. We've documented that over the months. Yeah, well, we have about a dozen and a half people trying to keep these men apart, but...
Of course. Come on, fucking young boys.
Oh, Suzuki.
Disrespect.
Very disparaging comment.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is officially for the MLW World Tag Team Championship!
Here we go, special bonus. Everybody watching around the world, live and free on YouTube. We did not expect a World Tag title match, but we're going to get it. Contra versus Riddle and Kojima. And to bring it back to what Suzuki had said a moment ago, to those unaware, Young Boy is a very, well, condescending term in this case, used to describe a rookie or an underling in the Japanese wrestling scene. And to refer to Kojima as that, a fellow legend that they fought dozens of times, is Suzuki trying to tell Kojima, you are beneath me. But easier said than done to claim that.
Yeah, he better be careful what he says. I mean, neither Kojima nor Riddle look like they're going to back down from Contra Unit. I've got to assume Contra has some sort of plan, although how could they prepare for this?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're always preparing. They're always strategizing. 2 count only. I mean, obviously, they've been following Kojima around all day, and the first shot they had at getting Kojima alone, they were out here before I even said hello.
I can't believe, I'm honestly very, very surprised that Suzuki put these titles up, that he accepted this challenge. We've talked about Contra using the gold to their advantage, using it to control MLW. They have the power, and now they can see that slip away.
We've talked about the history with Suzuki and Kojima. Suzuki-gun, the Suzuki Army, was originally called Kojima-gun until Ishimori and Michinoku turned their back on Kojima, and the bad blood has been there ever since. And there you see the lightning fast chops as Kojima lays into Suzuki, and Suzuki shrugs it off and dares him to hit him harder. Man, what we've talked about it before as well. You think back to 2019 New Japan Cup. You think back to 2017 G1. Suzuki's beaten Kojima more times than just about anybody, and he was nearly the MLW World Champion later this year. And as Suzuki goes after Riddle, is divide and conquer at this point, and Riddle into the chair. Keep in mind, Tom, Matt Riddle still has a guaranteed title shot against Satoshi Kojima. We don't know when, we don't know where. That's Riddle's prerogative. I was hoping to get some answers when I spoke to Kojima. Maybe Riddle had told him something, but now we won't know, it seems tonight at least, at all.
No, I mean, Riddle's been there multiple times to back up Kojima, to fight on behalf of MLW against various forces. But at the end of the day, he still wants to be the world champion.
Sure.
He still wants to be the top guy in MLW. And right now, that man is Satoshi Kojima.
And look at Quan choking out Kojima. Riddle realizes that if he ever has a hope to get to that world title fight, both he and Kojima have to survive long enough. And I give them credit. They've been a very united front repeatedly, without fail, against what Kojima calls, quote, bitch-ass Contra.
Yeah, Riddle, no doubt a fighter in his heart, wants the very best version of Satoshi Kojima that he can face for that world title. And hey, he may pick up some more gold on the way.
But when you're the champion, you're a target. As Suzuki trying to make a statement at the expense of Kojima.
Kojima's been a target for 20 plus years now, you know? And Matt Riddle, I mean, he's no, you know, people have been looking out, trying to go after Matt Riddle, trying to take him down ever since the UFC.
Well, yeah, Riddle's always been against the grain, but what if, Tom Lawler, what if Contra Unit gets a victory here tonight? What if they seriously injure Riddle or Kojima? What if they continue to gain power, and by the time Kojima and Matt Riddle fight for the MLW World title, maybe there is no MLW, at least as we know it now.
Yeah, or is the long-term strategy to injure both these guys, no matter who holds the title? You know, at the end of the day, they could pick the bones if they wanted, so.
Quan opening up with those round kicks at Kojima, daring Quan. Give me your best shot. Remember, it was Quan and Suzuki beating Kojima and Okamura to win those tag titles, but the Cozy Cutter may keep Quan down for the duration. And a tag to Riddle. The King of the Bros hits that high knee, that leg extension coming into play. And as ironic as it seems, Riddle, the top challenger, has the back of our world champion.
Beautiful combination. Big exploder followed by the senton. Penalty kick right to the throat of Quan. And here comes beautiful suplex.
Seamless motion by Riddle on a near fall. Matt Riddle is the king of the bros, but in the ring he transforms to one rude dude, and that's how he survives the insurgency of Contra. And now, Riddle, perched high above. Moonsault, great adjustment. And Quan gets the foot up. That savant kick. Riddle taken down. Is that enough? 2, and a near fall.
Great backdrop into a side slam there by Quan. Innovative offense after landing one of his signature kicks. And now, here he comes, the legend, the former king of Pancrase, Minoru Suzuki.
An originator, a trendsetter when it comes to mixed martial arts. When it comes to catch wrestling, look out! And Riddle takes Quan to the floor.
A little bit of innovation there by Matt Riddle, using a triangle choke to drag Quan over the top, but set himself up for this rear naked choke by Suzuki.
Suzuki loves to choke the life out of hapless victims. And Riddle keeps his vertical base, hangs onto that rope. That'll be a break.
Suzuki knows the rules. Suzuki knows the rules. He's been around forever.
He doesn't care.
He helped make the rules in MMA.
Suzuki could give a damn less.
Oh!
What is this? Now choking Riddle with, is that a curtain, a ring skirt? Whatever the hell it is, it's depriving Riddle of oxygen. Get it out of here, ref. Oh, Suzuki, it's not about a wrestling match anymore. Oh,
what?
Oh, that missed out of nowhere, burning in the eyes, and the referee got it. My God. Oh, somebody's got to stop Contra. They're completely over the line here. They're going to choke Riddle into unconsciousness.
And Kojima's down on the ringside. There's no one to back up Riddle.
Contra is looking to forcibly cancel this world title fight before it even gets announced when and where it's happening. Riddle is in a bad way right now. His air passages are blocked. Suzuki the right hands. Kojima's blinded.
Suzuki's biting him.
There's no one to help Riddle.
He's biting him.
This match is long over. It's a Contra statement. It's a Contra assault. It's a Contra ambush. One with that metal tray, and Riddle's turning around on Suzuki. Oh, but right to the leg. And Contra have weapons, as if they were dangerous enough with their bare hands. On the horizon. We know that. Riddle and Kojima, we don't know when, we don't know where, but we know they will fight their asses off to protect their health, that title shot, and stand together on those front lines.
Two of the top fighters on the planet. We just saw tried to combine forces to take out the Contra unit, but they barely made it out alive on their own.
Yeah.
Now they're going to face each other in one of the biggest fights in MLW history.
It's chaos out here. We still don't know when that's going to take place, and we still don't know where our boss is. Where the hell Cesar Duran? Not that I don't know if he would have done anything to stop that or been able to if he tried.
Our boss?
Well, he's running the show tonight. He's in charge, so I have no choice but to think that, well, is he safe? Is he okay? He's got a lot of enemies. We've seen him kidnapped before. I don't know where he is. I don't know what the deal is, but I do know we're about ready to go back to the ring because Lucha Trios action is about to get back underway, and we've got some true legendary names that you're all in for a treat to watch.
The following lucha is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 187 pounds, Magnus! His tag team partner, also hailing from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 190 pounds, Felino!
The son of the legendary Pepe Casas, a family that is like royalty in Lucha Libre lore. The family that invented La Casita, one of the most famous finishing maneuvers. And Felino is here, a pro of over 4 decades.
And their tag team partner, from Guadalajara, Mexico, weighing in at 196 pounds, Barbaro, Cavernario!
Now take a look at Barbaro Cavernario, somebody who is very untamed, hard to prepare prepare for, somebody that, is... Barbaro, Cavernario set for trios action, teaming with Magnus, teaming with Felino in this particular matchup, and we're about to see team number 2 be introduced to the table.
And their opponents, first from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 176 pounds, Star Jr.
Well, Star Jr. is second generation, former trios champion. One-third of this trios team, but he's been a trios champion in the past, namely with Atlantis Jr. and Molador Jr. We'll see if that situation. All right, Star Jr. will be joined by his tag team partners, a true royalty in the name of Lucha Libre.
And his tag team partners from Guadalajara, Mexico, at a total combined weight of 373 pounds, Atlantis Jr. and Atlantis!
Magnus taking a cheap shot at Star Jr. before his tag team partners even get out here. Atlantis Jr. You want to talk about a name that's akin to royalty, to a real-life walking, talking superhero. 41 years, over 30 championships, sold out the big anniversario event CMLL has every single year, their biggest event, 6 different times. That speaks to the cultural impact of Atlantis.
If you want to talk about a royal family of wrestling, a royal family of Lucha Libre, you are looking at one of the top father-son duos that you'll ever see in wrestling.
And you think about it, Atlantis Jr. had to train and work for some 8 years before he was even allowed to carry on the family name. That's how sacred, that's how special that is. You're not going to take the family name until you've truly earned it, and Atlantis Jr. has done that in a big way. We saw him achieve very, very big things in his journey in the Opera Cup as well, making it to the semifinal round, or the quarterfinal round.
Yeah, Atlantis Jr. has been looked at as a guy who's going to be a star for a long time, obviously coming from a great pedigree, but it seems as if the future really is now for Atlantis Jr.
We saw Atlantis Jr. defeated in the Opera Cup by the eventual winner, Mistico, and that shows how good he is. It took the best of the best to defeat him. Meanwhile, Magnus, named after the Roman Emperor Magnus Maximus. And certainly there's a lot of power and prestige and nobility that comes with a name like that. MLWshop.com has some great brand new t-shirts and merchandise of not just MLW, but CMLL and some of your favorite legendary luchadors as well. We invite you to shop on MLWshop.com and show the world your love for Lucha Libre. Atlantis Jr. hits the senton and a standoff center ring, and you hear that chant, Este Lucha. This is wrestling. This is Lucha Libre the way they love it.
This is what the crowd here at Cicero Stadium came to see. They've been waiting months since the last time MLW was here to see this high-level Lucha Libre action. We've got it right now. The man with over 40 years of experience, did you say? 4 decades in the ring?
Both men. You're taking a look at Felino and Atlantis. And Atlantis in a wrong part of town right now. What a hero's welcome Atlantis got our prior time here at Cicero Stadium for Azteca Lucha. Much the same here tonight. And that father-son duo, makes this all the more special for Atlantis here tonight.
He didn't get a hero's welcome there from Barbaro Cavernario.
Not
who
at
laid
all.
in a stiff kick to the stomach, and now one to his son for good measure.
Cavernario is that type of guy, you never know what he's going to do, how he's going to react, what makes him tick even.
He's chewing something in there. Is he eating? Is he chewing flesh? What's up with this guy?
I'm not going to speculate. I have absolutely no idea. But Felino, of course, for a long time wore a mask emblazoned with the likeness of a cat, of a feline. He lost that mask in 2010 as per Lucha tradition. You do not re-don that mask in Mexican culture. And he's to show how good he is, though, a lot of times, Tom, wait, there's a counter by Atlantis that Tijeras nicely done. Atlantis Jr. firing off on everybody.
You don't get 9 lives with the mask, even if you're a cat?
Well, I mean, the thing is that, as a counter there, a lot of times when an athlete loses their mask, it can mark the end of their career. Some of them never recover because of the shame or because they're basically starting over. But Felino, so good, so revered, so respected, he was able to live on.
Not only that, but really just so handsome that he can wrestle without that mask.
And there's the...
excuse me?
The foot to the face, and Cavernario having a reaction, and I guess that's how he fires himself up. And check this out, Monkey flip out of the corner. I'll tell you, Atlantis Jr. has so many of the great qualities of his father, the grace, the poise, the body control. That's how you know you've been taught by the best. Felino in now, action picks up. Oh, nice drop kick by Star Jr. Keep in mind, Lucha Libre rules, you do not necessarily need physical contact to warrant a tag. You can exit the ring and a partner can take your place.
1 man in, 1 man out, although right now we see all 3 men, Cavernario, Magnus, and Felino, holding the ring.
And check out this sea of people in Cicero Stadium, Chicago, Illinois, MLW's 11th consecutive sellout around the country. Thank you so much, everyone watching, no matter where you are, for making 2024 the most successful year in Major League Wrestling history.
See that sea of people? See. Here at MLW, look at this. Star Jr. getting placed up top. Big chop by the caveman.
Dangerous territory as Felino snaps up the Tijeras. And yes, 40 years in the game, and you can talk about it using the hashtag MLW Lucha on your social medias, because there are fans all over the world absolutely enamored by what we're seeing tonight in Lucha Apocalypto. I just wish Cesar Duran was here to see this.
Atlantis was enamored there with the look of Magnus, took his eye off the prize. Barbaro cut him off, and now Felino's on top.
Yeah, and the legend Atlantis, imagine the headlines across the world if he could defeat the iconic Atlantis. Tiger Fein kick connects. And the legend is the victim of a 3-on-1 onslaught. Here comes some backup.
Son not happy with that.
We saw Atlantis Jr. Get the biggest win of his career here at as Azteca Lucha against Último Guerrero, his former mentor and friend turned rival. But now those fond memories may be fading, as now Junior is the victim of the 3-on-1, much like Senior.
Like father, like son. Must run in the family. Genetics there.
And to those wondering, these are shots to the inner thigh, the calf muscle. They are not low blows, although they are becoming dangerously close.
Yeah, the kick to the leg there, you could hit a nerve. You could, take away all the feeling in the leg. The leg could go numb. You're not going to be able to run. And in a match like this, where it's so important to keep things moving, Atlantis Jr. could really be at a disadvantage.
And check this out. And again, in Lucha Libre, a lot of times the rules get bent, if not outright broken. And with Atlantis Jr. and Star Jr. recovering on the outside, Atlantis at the mercy as his legend may be stomped out by Barbaro Big and a Steven comes out with a splash. That could do it, pinning the Icon, but a kick out. I would consider pinning Atlantis would be just as historic, just as headline making as if someone were to pin Mistico in our main event, which could happen as well.
Yeah, big feather in the cap for not only a member of the CMLL roster, but any wrestler across the world to get a win against any of these 6 men in this match.
It's all about making a career out of yourself by knocking off a legend hammerlock suplex. There's some great form by someone with maybe not the largest IQ. Felino, that fireman's carry takedown. Now Star Jr.
looking to make the tag.
Has not done much better than Atlantis was doing, but notice Atlantis once back in, and Atlantis can't legally enter the ring unless Star Jr. leaves or tags. Those are the rules, but right now the arm breaker, Star Jr. the counter, trying to close that gap.
Yeah, we've seen Atlantis and his son and Star Jr. all willing to play by the rules, while their opponents clearly do not care about the rule book.
That's the mark of a Rudo, though. You have the Technicos and the Rudos. The Rudos break the rules. The Rudos don't care how they get it done. The Rudos just care about results. And right now, Cavernario is getting it at the expense of Star Jr.
I'm beginning to wonder if we have a Rudo referee in there.
Well, that's another tradition of Lucha Libre, but look out to the outside. And Atlantis trying to fight the world, but again, back to square one, just absolutely overwhelmed by 3 luchadors at once. Charging by Magnus, by Felino, by Barbaro. But how is Atlantis staying off his back? That's the mark of a veteran.
Well, Atlantis may be taking a beating, but Star Jr. was on the receiving end before he was. And what a veteran move for him to come in and perhaps just stop the momentum that they had on Star Jr.
And it's Atlantis who just tagged in the next generation, but got met with a low shot the second he got in. And it is just insurmountable until Atlantis and the rest of his team can break this threshold of just 3 luchadors playing defense. Check this out. Quebradora connects. Felino's down. Magnus is down. Barbaro down. And the second generation carries the torch and takes the air. Well, in the ring, Star Jr. Plancha. And now you're seeing as the numbers break up, Los Technicos rally.
Great drop kick there by Star Jr.
Tijuana's takeover. Magnus is dazed. Star Jr. Second generation in his own right, maybe the most to prove on his team.
Football kicks there.
There you go. Double spring with a drop kick. You gotta be kidding me.
Mind-blowing agility out of Star Jr. there.
And notice the legend, still proactive, wanting to be in there, wanting to give his all and show these fans, show his son what it means to carry that Atlantis name. And certainly no strangers here, longtime rivals, careers that have paralleled each other, Atlantis and Felino. 2 of the most legendary families in Lucha Libre history. Sidestep by Atlantis, who is fighting off 2 challengers at once. The malfunction at the junction. And the double arm drag, love it. Atlantis is taking the Rudos to school. Escuela.
But finally, these triple team tactics of the Rudos have backfired. Having all 3 men in the ring at once paid off for Atlantis.
Plancha by Atlantis Original. And the bodies rally Cazadora. Drop kick to the back of the head. Magnus never saw it coming.
Oh!
Twisted corkscrew plunge to the outside. And meanwhile, Felino and Atlantis Jr. The legal men. Felino went for the elbow, and that cat did not land on his feet.
Terminal velocity didn't help him out there.
Atlantis Jr. hits the frog splash, and that will do it.
Here are your winners, the team of Star Jr., Atlantis, and Atlantis Jr.
The legend of Atlantis is timeless, is eternal. And we have written a new chapter before a sold-out Chicago crowd adoring the legend that will carry on for all time.
What a treat to be able to sit here ringside and watch that spectacular action. Some of the best Lucha Libre stars, not only of today, but of all time.
What a celebration. Atlantis has to be so proud of the name being carried on. It was Atlantis Jr. that got that fall, that got that win, that brought the victory home for his dad and for Star Jr. Lucha Libre excellence on display. The legacy of Atlantis here tonight with a victory.
Oh yeah, I'm back, and the best is yet to come.
One shot, this rough moves. No time for fools. One shot to make it right.
We are here at Cicero Stadium. We are sold out. What a night it has been, but what a night it's going to be. December 5th in New York City. You know, Eric Bischoff had 83 weeks to carve his reputation back in the 90s. What's he going to do when he's in control for one more night? He's got one shot to leave a legacy in Major League Wrestling.
We saw some of the wildest things we've ever seen in professional wrestling under the guidance of Eric Bischoff. And now, here in MLW in New York City, Eazy-E is going to get his shot to run the show.
He has always been able to make headlines and go against the grain, but the headline tonight coming out of this event at Lucha Apocalypto will be who is the MLW World Middleweight Champion, because still to come, Mistico will defend against Averno and Titan. That is ahead. It is your main event as the Middleweight Champion and Opera Cup winner looks to defend for the first time in MLW against two challengers at once as we send it back to the ring. Well, taking a look at Los Aztecas, certainly we have seen them deeply entrenched with Azteca Lucha. We have seen them deeply entrenched with Promociones Dorado. You got to wonder if they're on the hunt while they're out here for Cesar Duran.
Is that Aztecacito and Gigante?
I'm not really sure.
What are we looking at here? What are these?
Listen, there's dozens of them. They come in all shapes and sizes.
Are these guys getting their marching orders from Cesar Duran? What's going on? Are we going to find out?
Maybe they're going to find Cesar Duran.
Maybe one of them is.
Maybe they're going to find something much, much worse. Oh, my God. The doomsday clock has run out. And Los Aztecas are realizing they're in serious danger. We have just had a Dijak hijack of Lucha Apocalypto. And
I'm going to try to stay impartial, Joe, but
this is...
What is he doing here? Get him out of here.
All right, relax, Tom.
No. You can't just run the clock and walk out here.
I understand that, but nobody stopped Dijak yet. And the Disruptor is here, and the Disruptor is looking for more victims, and Los Aztecas, all they know to do is fight. That may not be the wisest move you've ever made. Double choke slam. Add to the body count of the Disruptor.
Get this guy out of here. How'd he fit through the ropes? Is he on a diet?
Oh, Dijak has lockout. Suplexed one Azteca onto another, and he's
Rich,
hurt
don't
two
give
men.
him the mic.
Well, St. Laurent wields some influence around here, whether we like it or not. Money is power, and he's got open contracts to anybody that wants them. But these men did not ask for this. Feast your eyes.
Yeah! We're back with the Dijak hijack. And I've got the open contract.
And high blood pressure.
But is there anybody out there that's got the pig balls to accept?
Please don't make that motion on yourself again, ever.
Look at this trash. Look at this garbage. That mask off. Give me that. Oh, you don't like that, do you? You know why you don't like that? Because Lucha Libre sucks my ass.
I thought they'd be uglier.
You know what else sucks? This MLW locker room is full of nothing but a bunch of cowards. Am I supposed to be intimidated by a bunch of guys who haven't been a threat in 15 years?
This guy's still talking. He's still talking, Joe?
Oh, no, you're going to listen. Trust me, you're going to listen. Kenta hasn't been a threat since some guy started doing his finisher better than he does.
Well, Dijak's calling out the world here.
The only time Matt Riddle's a threat is when he goes to the dispensary and they don't have his favorite strand.
Okay.
Why is he out here when these guys are out here, huh? Why isn't he out
And then we got goofs like Tom Lawler.
Wait a minute now.
What are you doing, your podcast right now?
Very
Shut your damn mouth while I'm talking. Nobody came here to listen to you. They're going to listen to me, you scumbag.
I guess Dijak's a listener. Way to go, Dijak. Way to pay your money.
Tom Lawler spent 5 seconds in the ring with me. True story. 5 seconds. And he immediately decided that he wanted to be on commentary for the rest of his career.
Oh, that's not what happened at all.
That's not what happened.
We know that's not.
Shut up.
Textbook coward.
Come on.
But you know what? Honestly, that's par for the course.
Tom, come on.
Because every single man in the back, every single person in these seats, all you Lucha Libre fans, you're all cowards. Nobody has the guts.
Don't do this,
Nobody
Tom.
has the pig balls to stand in the ring with Donovan Dijak. Not a single soul.
Tom, you're not clear.
No one has
You're
the
not
guts.
clear.
Nobody has the balls because I am the greatest. I'm the best professional wrestler in the world.
Can somebody
and
get
no one
Dijak the hell
has
out of here
guts to
before
stand
this
up
gets
to
a
me.
hell of a
They're
lot
all
worse?
Cowards.
Come on. You made your point. Get the hell out of here. Lawler's going to do something that may have permanent repercussions.
Oh, well, what do we have here?
No. Lawler's not cleared to fight.
What do we have here?
Get him out of here, please. Lawler's a broadcaster tonight. Thank God we have some. Oh, come on. Dijak, you made your point. This is not an open contract. It's not a match. It's not a fight. And Dijak pulling Lawler's pucker, and they are throwing hands. Get between them now, please. Lawler was hurt by Dijak back at Pit Fighters. He has not been the same since, but Lawler's got too much pride to sit here and be talked down to by somebody being represented by his former former friend, St. Laurent. And Lawler, his own man, all he knows is to fight and defend himself. We got Atlas security, we have staff, referees, everybody's out here to get between these men. My God. Filthy Tom Lawler, ready to fight the world, ready to fight Donovan Dijak, who has come in and disrupted Lawler's entire life. And look out, Dijak to the outside. Lawler will not go quietly. Lawler will go through hell to get retribution and disrupt the disruptor.
High-flying, electrifying. This is MLW Wrestling, up close and personal.
You can feel the energy is palpable.
New York.
It is Major League Wrestling, and what could be better?
Dallas.
Major League Wrestling, where styles make fights and nothing is off limits.
Atlanta.
Buy the tickets, take the ride!
MLW Wrestling, live, in person. It's personal.
In MLW, styles make fights, and the influx of top-tier stars from Mexico has made Lucha Libre one of the most preeminent styles in all the league, and none have been more impactful than Mistico. El Rey de Plata y Oro has captured over 25 major championships throughout his career, including being the first Mexican-born Opera Cup winner in the tournament's 140-year history. Beloved and idolized by an entire country, Mistico is one of the sport's biggest all-time box office draws and the standard of excellence among luchadors today. But with success, you become a target. Averno has had a vendetta with Mistico ever since Mistico ended his world historic middleweight title reign in 2005. Since then, Averno has followed Mistico around the world, determined to drag him to his own personal hell. In a rivalry that has spanned 20 years, 3 countries, and over 400 matches, no one has ever pushed Mistico to the limit the way Averno has. And then there's Titan, a man so resilient, many call him immortal. Titan is a longtime rival of Averno, with the two having traded the welterweight title and fought one another for over a decade. Titan also cemented himself as an international star in New Japan Pro Wrestling as part of Los Ingobernables de Japón. Titan's fearless nature and worldwide acclaim makes him a worthy adversary to Mistico's lofty legend. For the first time, Mistico steps into an MLW ring with not one, but 2 luchadors vying for his crown. Will he remain the unwavering ruler of the middleweights, or will a hungry challenger ascend to his lofty throne? Tom, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm physically,
okay.
yeah,
Listen,
I'm fine.
I understand you had to stand up for yourself. I understand how St. Laurent and Dijak are, but just please relax. Please take a breath, because I want you out here for this main event. I want you safe. I want you cleared as soon as possible, because I want to see that fight in the ring officially, but I want to get your expertise now, because we have the middleweight title fight. You going to be okay?
Yeah, Joe. I'll focus.
Okay. Let's go to Rich Palladino for our main event.
Your Lucha Apocalypto main event is set for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is a triple threat match, and it is for the MLW World Middleweight Championship. Introducing our first challenger from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 174 pounds, Averno.
Well, it was January 1st, 2005. That was a date that would live forever in the histories of Averno and Mistico. That's when Mistico beat Averno for the CMLL World Middleweight Championship, and that sparked a worldwide rivalry that has led to hundreds of matches since then and nowhere closer to solving the issue than they were at day one.
His opponent, also challenging for the title from Guadalajara, Mexico, weighing in at 187 pounds, Titan!
Well, Titan, his reputation will be enshrined forever with a victory here. His reputation has hit new heights across the world thanks to Los Ingobernables de Japón in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He is the youngest athlete in this matchup, and I would suggest the most to gain from this matchup. Titan and Averno have traded the historic welterweight championship many times. No stranger to one another at all. Been a long time coming to see this rivalry taken to the United States. We'll see if their bad blood will be enough an issue to distract them from the ultimate prize of this matchup, the MLW World Middleweight crown. And you can feel the tension between Averno and Titan. But only 2/3 of this equation are here.
And their opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in at 187 pounds. He is the winner of the 2024 Opera Cup, and he is the current reigning and defending MLW World Middleweight Champion. This is Mistico!
Mistico has said that 2024 is his, and quote, I have to close it like a king. Mistico is primed and poised for his most impressive middleweight title defense to date because he has never had to defend against two challengers with the title at stake at one time. Tonight, much like we saw a bit ago with Janai, Mistico has the numbers against him.
Yeah, Mistico may brandish himself as the king of 2024, and he certainly stands atop with the crown on the throne. But will he be dethroned here by Averno? Will he be dethroned by Titan? The odds are against him, but we've seen this man walk away from many challenges in the past. A legendary competitor, one of the best Lucha Libre athletes of all time. And Joe, honestly, one of the best professional wrestlers we've ever had on planet Earth.
And this is the main reason we are sold out here tonight, 1,000 strong at Cicero Stadium. Mistico has sold out Arena Mexico maybe more than anybody ever. And certainly that streak has taken to Major League Wrestling as well. Middleweight title to be at stake. Mistico is so proud of his legacy, proud of what he does. 20 años de plata y oro, 20 years of silver and gold has been what Mistico has built. The reputation, the aura, the passion. Mistico says Lucha is magical, and Mistico is the one that has the most magic. He brings it everywhere he goes. It courses through his veins. That special feeling when you watch Mistico do what he does, it resonates generationally. No matter who you are or where you're from, Mistico has a way of touching you.
Yeah, Joe, you mentioned the word aura, and there is no better time throughout the night that I could say this. You need to be live to feel the aura of Mistico. I have been fortunate enough to watch him over the past months and months here in MLW. I've watched him throughout the years across the world, and there is nothing like seeing this man live and in color.
Mistico defeated Magnus, Atlantis Jr., Tito, bad dude Tito Escondido, and Kenta to win that Opera Cup. And he won the cup a day after defeating Chris Jericho 2 out of 3 falls at CMLL's 91st Anniversario. 5 falls in a little over 24 hours, 1 hour of ring time, and an overnight red-eye flight for Mistico, but he never wavered a bit.
No, and I know from experience how hard it is to win that Opera Cup title. It is a grueling tournament, and there was never a bigger Opera Cup than there was this year. And who walked away at the end of it as the champion? But our very own world middleweight champion here at MLW, the legend Mistico.
You look at the rapid strikes of Titan, who's going to look to use his speed. Averno, the experience, and Mistico, that unwavering momentum as all 3 luchadors attempt to trap one another here in what one would consider likely the opening moments, but let's be honest, this thing could end at any time.
Yeah, it could be the experience, the tactics of Averno that pay off. Maybe it's the youth. Maybe it's the speed. Maybe it's just the desire that Titan has.
Titan brings the fearlessness. Averno brings the aggression and the grudge. Mistico brings the throne, the platform, the object to be attained, the mythical legend to be conquered. And Titan and Averno now may settle amongst themselves. Up and over. And check out the incredible agility. Titan is such an athletic marvel. Oh, but got caught that time and dropped by Averno. Averno literally translates pretty much to the word hell, and that's where he sent Titan practically with that impact. Now Mistico with the back elbow takes Averno down.
Averno may find himself in his own personal hell here, although he's able to stop the flames a little bit. Mistico stokes the fire with that kick.
Mistico and Averno, look out, over 400 matches across 3 countries over the past 20 years. Unbelievable. And Titan plays spoiler as Mistico look. You're seeing some serious damage done. And much like we saw earlier on, Lluvia and Persephone decide Janai Kai was the big threat. Oh. Both Averno and Titan know firsthand what Mistico's capable of as much as anybody, if not more so.
The crowd may not be pleased with it, but this is the smart tactic.
Well, this crowd just reveres Mistico. They look at him almost like a god among men. And Averno upset at everybody out here.
Don't come over here, Averno.
Yeah, I hope Averno was upset at these fans and not us, because we've gotten too close for comfort a number of times here already. But Averno and Titan, not friends, but working together at this point in time. Look out. The low drop kicks connect, and Mistico is in a bad way.
But now with Mistico down, how long is this alliance going to last before one turns on the other?
That's a great question. One fall will do it. And Averno mocking these fans who would want nothing more but for Mistico to rally and show that scintillating offense that's made him so world famous. But now it's a cover, and Titan almost took this match with Averno on the outside.
And here we go. Averno looks like he's taking a little bit of offense to that. Not too happy.
As he should. I mean, that's on Averno, honestly, for taking his eye off the ball.
Agreed.
And Titan follows through with that punt kick. Averno watching a bit more closely now. And Mistico sent to the outside. Look,
that's what he was waiting for. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What are you doing here? Come on. Hey, come on. We got equipment out here.
Oh!
Hey, come on. Mistico right in front of us here at our table. As Averno continues to mock these fans. Come on out. Titan is on the second rope. Thank God he got down, but Mistico's still in a bad way. Look at this!
Oh!
The double stomp!
Driving the sole of those boots right into the midsection of Mistico.
My God, it's carnage out here. And Titan, feeling good about himself right now. Is he a moment away from being our new middleweight champion?
Titan down on the outside. Now it's Averno's chance.
Yeah. Almost like Averno let Titan do the hard work and the heavy lifting, and Averno tries to reap the benefits.
Smart man by my calculations. No shortage in the bag of tricks for the veteran Averno.
Well, the stakes have never been higher for Mistico. It's such a tough challenge, but the Tijeras comes back on Mistico's 20th anniversary. He is vulnerable and susceptible.
Titan was laying in wait. You can see clearly now the strategy is for these two to work together, at least in the interim.
And there's a cover by Titan, and again, Averno, little more perceptive that time. Keep in mind, we saw Averno and Mistico earlier this year when Averno challenged for that middleweight title, another Mistico victory. That still sticks in the craw of Averno as well. He does not want to be traveling all the way up here to MLW and known as the guy that Mistico beat, because let's be honest, he's been in that category more often than he wants to admit, but he's also pushed Mistico to his limit. He's also beaten Mistico. He's also hung with Mistico maybe more than anybody else in Mistico's 20 years.
Yeah, and surely he's learned a lot of lessons in that time, specifically in the ring with Mistico. Going right after the mask here.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Ripping that mask wide open.
It's against the rules. No.
Yeah, it's the ultimate sign of disrespect. And we want you guys to post and tweet about it. Hashtag MLW Lucha. And Titan's going for the whole mask. And look at this. Mistico is almost exposed. And to your point, Tom, in traditional Lucha Libre rules, a removal of the mask is a disqualification. The tearing of a mask is not. We need a ruling from Cesar Duran, but we don't know where the hell he is. There's a cover. 1 count only. But hopefully that becomes a non-factor, because, I mean, what a disappointing, what a dejecting result it would be if Mistico's night ends with him unmasked and basically, exposed to the world.
Yeah. And we talked about the desire of these two men, Averno and Titan, to walk away as the champion. But what about taking the mask?
Yeah.
What about just walking away with the mask and embarrassing Mistico?
What about saying, I ended the legend of Mistico? What about saying Mistico now has shame and guilt and embarrassment because he could not protect the identity that he worked his entire life to build? And Mistico is fighting back now.
A beautiful punch right to the solar plexus, to the midsection by Averno. dropped Mistico. It only takes one perfectly placed punch, and that's exactly what Averno delivered.
And Mistico is in a great deal of pain. He's having trouble even moving. He's preoccupied with his mask. He may have a serious injury. He got dropped on our table.
He's fighting 2-on-1, essentially.
But check out the recovery skills. Oh, a shot to Averno, but you can't take out two at once. Titan was there.
And smart of Titan to go after the legs. You know, it takes away many of the offensive techniques of Mistico. We've seen him leap off the top. We've seen him run at his opponents and take him down using the assistance of his legs.
Without a doubt. Well, I mean, he needs his legs, does Mistico, to snap up La Mistico, his most dangerous weapon. Jeez. What a knife-edge chop. You can see the sweat fly. And that spinning back kick, and Mistico, the only thing keeping Mistico on his feet are those ropes.
And misdirection there by Titan. Landed that sole of the foot right to the stomach. Once again, a Mistico who just took that punch from Averno. Some more chops.
The ride, Mistico, handspring, counter the back elbow. He got two for the price of one that time. Springs off the ropes, the double takedown. This is Mistico in his element. Tijeras takedown. Goodbye, Titan, and the rivalry, 20 years strong, writes its latest chapter in a sold-out MLW Cicero Stadium. Averno, oh, he got caught and countered. And there's those lethal legs of Mistico we spoke about.
We could feel Mistico start to feed off the energy of this crowd. Hear them getting behind him.
Mistico soars! That corkscrew pescado to the outside. This is Lucha Libre at its finest, as you will only see in the United States in Major League Wrestling. And Mistico soars again. Tope Suicida leads with the head, collides with the body.
Took down both men with one blow. What accuracy by the champion.
And you can feel this love, this outpouring of emotion that drives Mistico on, that special relationship, that connection Mistico has with each and every fan as he attempts to cradle Titan, but a kick out.
Took his time with the cover to ensure that Titan's arms were tied up, but still enough left from Titan to kick out.
That's the disadvantage of having two different opponents, right? Someone's recovering at almost every chance. Victory roll, traps him. Another kick out by Titan, who says, not yet. I still got a lot of fight left in me. Round kicks, roll-ups, Averno.
And just when you think you have the advantage, there it is, the third man laying in wait to come in and break it up.
Averno's been a middleweight champion, a welterweight champion, a tag team champion, a trios champion with Mephisto and a Satanico. So the evil runs deep from Averno. But all that is good in Mistico carries him forward. Kick right to the base of the spine, the glutes, wherever it was. They got Averno's attention. La Casita. 2.5. And Averno, I don't know if he's trying to psych himself up or...
No se puede. No se.
Averno trying to get the crowd on his side. He's going for the devil's wings. If Averno hits this. Oh, we can have a new middleweight champion. Averno got the devil's wings, and Titan knew it was over too and interrupted.
Titan just inadvertently saved the middleweight title reign of Mistico.
Well, saved himself as well in the process. And Titan, the push up the DDT. Imagine the middleweight title of MLW in New Japan with Los Ingobernables de Japón. It could happen. Oh, Mistico's prone. And the takedown. Mistico is done. No.
Spitting fireman's carry slam, gets a 2 count. And Mistico back down now after some glimpses of hope. Some big dives to the outside, but Averno and Titan have grounded him successfully.
Oh, check out that agility.
Titan going up top.
It takes a special, well-conditioned athlete to get to the top rope using nothing but your arms. And oh, nobody there on the double stomp. Titan waiting for Mistico to get to his feet, measures him. The tilt-the-world DDT, around the world he goes. All impact from Titan. But Averno and Titan face to face. And that alliance goes out the window. It's all or nothing here, as Titan can feel it in his bones. Tall pick on Hero.
Wipes out both men on the floor. Titan in control.
And this crowd once again, Este Lucha. The love, the passion they have for this sport is absolutely unrivaled. And it motivates these luchadors to go above and beyond what you may think an athlete's normal limits to be.
I'm not quite sure these 3 men have any limits.
Now Titan may look to test that theory because Mistico is prime and poised for something. Well, not anymore. That recuperative power, Mistico can take a hell of a beating and always, always find a way to dig down deep somewhere and find something to keep himself in the fight.
I guess Titan was playing high-limit stakes there. He went up top, and it paid off for Mistico for a second, although this looks dangerous.
May have a dreaded Tower of Doom if Averno can get his grip on Mistico, and he does! The bodies crumble down. Averno's got the advantage. Titan's hurt. Averno's gonna get the middleweight title. No. That may have been the best shot Averno had yet of capturing the gold.
Did the talking cost him the belt? He was drawn with the crowd before he made the cover.
It could have been. Well, Averno wants to make a statement. He's wanted to have a moment like this to knock Mistico off his perch, to end him once and for all for 20 years. But could that hubris be his downfall as Titan lays in to the thick chest of Averno?
You cannot waste any time.
Oh my
with
God.
any of these 3 men.
Devil's Wings, Devil's Wings for the second turnbuckle. And Averno is gonna do this. And Mistico, the last second, protecting his own title. And Mistico is looking for something. He wants to feed off of something. That magic in the air, that passion of Lucha Libre. Mistico caught Averno wide open, measured him. Otla, they want to see another. Arm shots connect for the ride reversal. And Mistico gets the foot up. Oh, that code red connects. Got him though.
Short range code red. What a quick snap off by Mistico.
Yeah. Great form on everything Mistico does. So much of his offense absolutely flawless. Got that foot up on Mistico, dazed him, staggered him back to the corner. A lot of damage can come from this part of the ring. Distance creates opportunity. Averno looks to take a chance at Mistico. Cuts him off at the pass. Mistico, I think, maybe testing out his leg strength. I'm not sure. Yeah, got the height he needed. Mistico finding a way.
I think he wants more, Joe. I don't think he got exactly what he wanted. Maybe that kick softened him up, though. What are we gonna see here? Look at the balance. Unbelievable.
From way up high, Mistico, Spanish fly. No one knows better than Mistico the depths it will take to stop the demonic Averno. But is even that enough as Mistico struggles to capitalize?
The strength to hoist somebody up and throw them while also doing a backflip into that slam.
Got him! Titan was laying in wait.
Is on another level, Joe.
We did not see Titan until Titan wanted us to see him. By design, Mistico never saw it coming. Neither did Averno.
Here's some of the crowd getting behind Titan now, late into this match.
Hey, there's a lot of things to like about Titan. I don't blame them, but oh, check out that dunk. That side kick nicely done. Titan's in great shape. He's young, he's exuberant. He's got such a fun style to watch. I mean, the mask is cool as hell. Titan is one of my favorite luchadors after tonight, but can he reach the lofty perch of Mistico? We will find out. The clothesline through the champion.
Fighting through the pain. Titan back up top.
Titan can feel the moment, the double stomp.
Oh.
Is there a new middleweight champion? Averno.
Joe, I don't know if we could see it. I don't know if they caught it on the camera, but Titan's foot hit the rope before he went outside, and he hurt his ankle. He was holding it, favoring it as he got up off the floor and then delivered that stomp. Did he have the strength in that foot? Did he have the power in those legs to deliver all he had into that stomp? I don't think so.
Oh wait, Averno's going for the mask again. Ripping and tearing. And when you're worried about keeping your mask on or protecting your identity, you're not worried about fighting. It's all strategy by Averno. Mistico Latijeras. Incredible recuperative skill. Mistico's almost like he's superhuman. Incredible arm drag.
He just may be superhuman.
20 years of this and still going this strong. That tope suicida body block. Shoulder first. Much the same with Titan. And there's bodies scattered all over ringside. And the middleweight title hangs in the balance. What an incredible Lucha Libre experience these fans have gotten tonight. Still not done here. Mistico, can he put Titan away? Traps the arms, hooks the legs, but another kick out.
Once again, great strong cover from Mistico, displaying the fundamentals that we always so often talk about that make great wrestlers. Just not enough to get the win on this night.
Tom, you've had some fierce rivals you've fought many times over the years. How do you beat somebody that knows you as well as you know yourself?
Sometimes you have to break out something new. Sometimes you just have to stick with the old tried and true and go back to the well. And that's exactly what happened there.
La Mistico, Titan, and sidesteps Averno. And now, Mistico winds up again. La Mistico to his greatest rival, and Averno taps.
Here is your winner by submission and still MLW World Middleweight Champion, Mistico!
some way, Mistico has done it. And the middleweight title stays safe with the man who for 20 years has been El Rey de Plata y Oro.
A legend of the sport, one of the biggest drawing cards in Lucha Libre history.
Wait a minute! That's Barbaro Cavernario! Where the hell did he come from? Oh no! Cavernario's unmasked, Mistico! Hey! Damn you! The biggest insult you could do to a luchador, Cavernario did coldly and callously. Oh, and it came out of nowhere. Mistico never saw it coming.
Ay, Mistico. Mistico, estoy listo y preparado para una nueva oportunidad por ese campeonato que tú tienes. Así que en enero del próximo año, sí, enero 2025, la ciudad de Dallas será testigo, será la encargada de coronarme como el nuevo campeón medio MLW.
Barbaro Cavernario just called Mistico out for Dallas, Texas. Kings of Coliseum, January 11th. Mistico has met his next middleweight title challenger. And what bigger statement can you make than to unmask the champion, than to walk away with a trophy of one of the most heralded legends? Cavernario calls his shot. Dallas, Texas, Kings of Coliseum. Mistico's middleweight title in danger again.
Ay, Tito, por favor. What do you mean you went back to the hotel? For what? You think you were gonna find him in the toilet? He's been kidnapped, you fucking idiot! Get back here!
I found him. He's still come here.
No!
Who's that? Found him! Who's that? Jesus! Jesus! Come on, thank you! Thank you, son of You do it,
Dad!
What?
Who did this to you?
I don't know.
Was it contract?
No, I don't know, but they're gonna pay for this.
Oh, yeah,
I'm so tired. I'm tired.
Help him out!
Come on. I'm tired of these kids.
Oh, no.
What's going on?
It's time.
Oh, no. We have to go. We have to go to hospital. Vamos. Llámalo. Vámonos. Go.
Dad! What are you doing? Come!
Controversy creates cash.
I am so back. MLW hasn't seen anything yet.
One night. One chance. One shot. In enemy territory. Executive producer Eric Bischoff. He's back.
Oh yeah, I'm back. But you don't know why.